Hello YouTube, welcome back to yet again another video, and today I'm going to be going over my brand new server, Pokeblock. Here is the IP, play.pokeblock.net, 19132 is the port, so let's go ahead and check it out. So when you first join, you're going to actually come across this lobby right here. Simply click on the compass, and it's going to go ahead and tell you which world to go ahead and join. Me personally, I'm going to be going ahead and joining blue. You guys can also pick between red, and we're going to be adding a bunch more because there's a lot more people checking out this server. You will have to download the mod, so it's going to take you to a download server. The pack is around 65 megabytes, so you have to go ahead and download that first before getting into the game. Here are some of the cool donator perks. We have ranks, you can also buy Pokemon, you can buy more claim blocks. There's a bunch of different things that you can go ahead and buy, and you can buy them for specific servers. So I am going to be adding in a bunch more legendary Pokemon, so definitely stay tuned. So when you first get into the game, you are going to spawn right here, and there is 30 slots per server, so keep that in mind. We will be adding in a bunch more things pretty soon. Simply go ahead, and what you want to do is you want to pick your starter Pokemon. It's actually pretty easy. There's going to be a menu popping up at the very beginning to go ahead and choose your starter Pokemon. Simply shift, and you want to go ahead and right click to go ahead and send out. I already named my Charmander Blaze right there, and it does say that it is mine. So I'm going to go ahead and return it. Just like this. I'm going to go ahead and click down and go back to this slot and return, just like that. So we do have a ton of different features. A lot of people have been playing and enjoying this server. So heading over to here, we can also heal our Pokemon simply by right clicking on the healer. You can also go ahead and buy them from the shop. Right here is going to be the PC. So right now, I don't actually have any Pokemon for the PC, but I can transfer my Charmander in there, and we can also trade with other players on the server and evolve our Pokemon. So a lot of people actually have been leveling up their Pokemon recently, which is pretty cool. So I'm actually pretty excited to go in and see what people are going to go ahead and get. But speaking of getting things, let's go ahead and type in /buy, and what this does is it basically opens up the menu to buy a bunch of different items. We have Pokeballs, we have healing items, we have evolution stones, Pokebags, which basically lets you hold more items. You can also use the held items. There's apricorn, food, miscellaneous. Another thing to get started on this server is going to be dash kits, so type that into the chat, and you want to go ahead and use daily, and you also want to use trainer. So I'm going to go ahead and redeem the trainer. Simply click on it and click on buy. Even though it's $0, you can go ahead and get a free one. And as you can see, I have just redeemed it just like that. So I get some potions, I get some Pokeballs, which is honestly really helpful, especially when going on your Pokemon journey. Going back to the dash buy though, I do want to show all the held items we have, which is pretty cool, so you can evolve your Pokemon that need held items. There's a few more that we need to go ahead and fix. We are pretty excited to go ahead and add in a ton more updates. Heading over to the Pokemart, this is where you can actually buy some items. You can click on these girls over here, and I believe they will actually, no, you can't just click on them. They're just for display, and then you just use dash sell and dash buy. So let's say you want to go ahead and get out into the wild, or let's say you want to warp back, but I'm going to show you guys the wild first. So RTP, just like that, and that will randomly teleport you to a random area. So you can see that we are actually in the wild now, and we're falling down, just like that. If you ever want to check on the TPS of the server to see if it's lagging or not, sometimes it does, because it is a pretty hefty mod pack. If it's above 10, then it should be fine. Sometimes it may drop down to 5, but we do restart the server pretty consistently to make sure that the server is running fine. There's not going to be anything spawning in the Mycelia biome, so let's go ahead and go to RTP, and let's see what we can find. Hopefully we get to a good area. So now we are actually in the Nether biome. This is where you can find a bunch of fire type Pokemon. So let's go ahead and look around for some. Sometimes they're rare, sometimes they're just spawning out of nowhere. I'm going to go ahead and TP to some people's bases because they should already have Pokemon loaded in. So over here, I have just found a Magikarp, which is pretty helpful. So we're going to go ahead and battle it. And you can either throw a Pokeball at it, or you can hit it just like this. And as you can see, we have Blaze. We have a bunch of different moves on it. So I'm going to go ahead and use Metal Coat on this Magikarp. Honestly, Magikarp, pretty useless. I don't know what's actually going to happen here, but it is doing some damage to us. Let's use Flare Blitz on it and call it a day. And you also do get drops from Pokemon as well, so something to go ahead and keep in mind. So I'm pretty happy on how this server came out. And if you guys want to go ahead and check out the server for yourself, it is play.pokeblock.net. and the port is 19132. You can also see that a lot of people have gotten super OP already. We have actually a level 19 Pineco, so let's see if we can take it out. I doubt it, honestly. This thing's gonna go ahead and completely destroy us. Come on, come on. And okay, that was not a good choice. So if you actually do donate to the server, most of the actual like ranks come with dash poke heals. So I just added myself to the tag, so now I can go ahead and do dash PC, and that's gonna go ahead and open up our PC from anywhere, which is actually pretty helpful. There's also apricorn trees, which you do have to go ahead and buy from the shop, so you can go ahead and start your apricorn farm, and a lot of people have been doing that. Let me see if I can get lucky and teleport to some people with some apricorn trees. Now, if you want to go back to spawn, all we need to go ahead and do is do dash warps, and you'll be back at spawn just like that. If you ever get stuck in a battle, you can do dash debug to go ahead and warp you back to spawn. When you find trainers out in the wild, if you go ahead and defeat them, you'll go ahead and get Poke Dollars. So simply type in dash bow or balance, and it will tell you how many Poke Dollars you have. I don't have anything at the moment, and you can also sell the drops. So just by doing this dash sell, you can actually sell all the drops that you get from the shop, or actually not from the shop, but outside in the wild. So you got ores farming and some mob drops as well, which is actually pretty helpful. So there's a bunch of other things I do want to go over, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Typing in dash help will go ahead and give you some more useful commands. Just like that, you can see everything that you need to do. One thing that is really important is actually claim. So typing in /claim wand, and yes, that is actually using a plugin with add-ons, which is pretty helpful. So let's go ahead and check it out. So simply go ahead and right click on the area you want. So that's the first area, and then let's go over to here, and this is going to be our second area, and click again, and basically now it is our claim. So now you can go ahead and do /claim settings to go ahead and look for the permissions. You can add people to your claims. You can also change a bunch of different permissions, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and add a player. I guess it is kind of cap sensitive, so let's see if that pops up with anything. Yep, it was cap sensitive, so make sure to go ahead and have that. And you can say can break blocks, we can turn that off. We can turn off can place blocks, can use blocks like opening chests, and also hurting animals as well. So something to go ahead and keep in mind. So I just added him to my claim, and I can also do some other cool things as well inside of here. So I can go into the settings, I can change the claim name, so I can say gem. Let's say we make a fake gem, and I have people go ahead and battle me or something like that. So that is pretty much done. And going back into the claim settings, there's a few more things. You can also delete this claim, which I'm going to do because I don't like too many claims. Another helpful command is going to be dash home. This is how you actually are able to warp back to your claim, so keep that in mind. I do have to add these textures back into the pack. But anyways, that's pretty much it for everything I have to show you guys. Hopefully you're able to go ahead and catch some pretty rare Pokemon. You can actually get so many different ones, and I'm so excited to go ahead and see your guys' Pokemon teams. But I'll see you guys next time on the next video for Shifteryplays. Bye.